Hello everybody, this is a pick a card reading. So we have group 1 here, group 2, and then group 3. So if you guys want to go ahead, pause this video and pick the pile that you feel most drawn to. So here I'm not going to add any crystals or anything on those piles. You can pick based on which card attracts you the most. So you feel the most drawn to basically. So is it this one, this one, this one? There's also, the way I prefer to pick cards is usually to kind of place my hand on top of the piles, and when I feel like a sort of burning or tingling sensation on the palm of my hand, this is where I know that, okay, that's the card pile that I'm going to pick. So you can go ahead and choose that way, or just go visually, or with whatever method works best for you. There's also a method that you can try to use, which is kind of either by placing your hand or otherwise try to see, ask the question internally, is pile 1 mine, yes or no, and try to see if you can hear a yes or a no. And you can do the same for each pile and see what comes up and which pile is a yes, definite yes for you. So there you go. Those are 3 different ways to choose. So go ahead and pause this video and let's start. So if you picked pile 1, welcome. This is your reading. So we are going to go ahead and start with your cards. So we have surrendering to the journey, release control. We have solitude, in silence peace prevails. We have happiness, joy of life. And then our final card here, which also speaks about solitude. Find a place of quiet solitude and listen to the goddess of the moon. Is she calling for more love? So I'm just gonna place these cards so you guys can actually see them. All right. So let's dive in. So what I'm seeing right off the bat is that there's a need to let go of controlling where you're headed, or whatever situation is happening in your life. You need to just let it slip away if it needs to slip away. Let life happen and trust that that's for the best, that's for the best for you. So release that need to want to control where everything goes, the expectations that you have towards whatever this is, if this is a love relationship or a project that you're starting. Release having to have it all planned out, and just have some quiet time. Okay. Here in this picture we see an owl, we see another owl here as well. So owls typically symbolize intuition and seeing in the dark. So this is basically asking you to trust your intuition, trust that by surrendering that need to control, you're not sort of just kind of like being this passive leaf that's being thrown about. You're exactly doing the opposite. You're releasing things that you have no control over, really, like the future, like really knowing how things are going to play out, that type of thing. It's very healthy to let go of. And so trust your intuition during that process, during that time of surrendering. Take some time out, okay? And specifically here, it's asking for more self-love. This is where you'll know where you're headed, what your next move is. Instead of being guided by this need to control, you'll be guided by this place of, your worth. You've worked on your self-love. This is what you prioritize. Okay, you've gone into meditation, into solitude. You've trusted your intuition. You know what's good for you. You know the thoughts that you need to abandon, the negative habits that need to go. And you've made that commitment to yourself. You've made that self-love move. And so by doing that, this is how you reach your happiness. And here the rabbit or hare symbolizes abundance, okay, and the joy of life. So this is how you reach that abundant state where you're just flowing with life and you're moving with impactful actions and decisions based on that self-love of yours, based on that place that you can trust. So this is what we have for you here. Let's go ahead and shuffle this deck to have a little more guidance. So maybe another message that could help you on your journey right now with, releasing this control, with surrendering, or your surrendering journey into that happiness state that is yours. So that is clearly what I can see that your soul is pulling towards right now. And you can definitely do this. So let's see what lighthearted message we can get from these additional cards for pile number 1. What other message of guidance can help pile number 1? Sorry about that. All right. Pile number 1. Ooh. I'll just go pick up that card that just fell. Ooh, love it. We have the Phoenix card. And it says, the Phoenix rises into joyful abundance. So this is perfect. We have joy twice. And, abundance with the rabbit here and the word. So again, here the Phoenix symbolizes transformation like no other symbol. So rising from the ashes, complete metamorphosis. So if doing this, so surrendering control, releasing the need to control, and going instead from a place of self-love, it's such a huge journey of transformation because you're really choosing to see with the eyes of your joy instead of choosing, habits that will cause more harm and perpetuate the cycle of negative thinking. So for example, if you're attached to like an outcome with a guy, for example, and you can't let that go, the guy won't call you, etc. Well, that is definitely not a thought that you want to keep reliving over and over, because that does not give you joy, right? So in that same vein, any thought, action that doesn't bring you happiness is something that's not nourishing for you. Sorry, my phone ran out of batteries on that one. So as I was saying, you want to choose a way of thinking that really prioritizes what is nourishing for you. And typically choosing thoughts that bring you joy is really you prioritizing self-love, is really you saying, I will take no crap. I love myself enough to know that I need to master my mind and have joy be the default. Okay? And this is what you're transforming into. Okay? The Phoenix rises into joyful abundance. So that is what you're manifesting. You're manifesting that transformation from maybe a past, or maybe currently you feel the need to control, or you're afraid of surrendering. There's still some stuff that you're working towards or working out in that area. But this is really kind of positive in the sense that it's showing you that you're fully capable of doing that. And here's how. So take that time out. Find the things that you need to prioritize in order. What does self-love basically symbolize to you? What brings you joy? And prioritize these things, these ways of thinking to So actions, ways of thinking, even people. Okay, so do that. That will definitely help you. And then this is really what you're reaching, that state that you will reach, that I see you reaching. So that is awesome. Very powerful stuff. So thank you for watching Pile 1, and hope to see you soon. Bye. Welcome Pile 2. So this is your reading. So let's go ahead and flip the cards. So we have expand your horizons with vast vistas, grounding, go deep. We have passion, burning with life's passion. And we have 2 cards for you, actually. We have let all distractions float by, concentrate on the things you really want. And we have dismiss thoughts that don't lead to the garden of infinite possibilities. So let's see. So right off, what I see is that there's a need to expand your horizons. So whatever you're looking at, whatever's happening in your life currently, you need to look at it from a wider perspective. So you need to see the big picture of it. But it's also, here it's talking about grounding, which is kind of like a bit of a different energy than expanding your horizons. So I feel like it's saying expand your horizons from a place of grounding. So don't expand your horizons from a place of scatteredness, you know, doing many, many different things and scattering your energies. This is telling you there's a need to ground. There's a need to come from that restful place, that energy of the earth, okay? And exploring and seeing the big picture from that standpoint. So, and here we also have passion. We have the lions. We also have, I see here, the fire signs. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So there's a lot of like fire sign energy here. We have earth here. We have expand your horizons, sort of ties in with a Sagittarius as well energy. So this is actually really interesting. So what I think it's saying is here, it's saying expand your horizon. Don't hold on to thoughts that are not leading you to infinite possibilities. So if you're feeling stuck, if there's something that's stagnating, if you feel like things aren't moving your way currently, just trust that you need to work on your mind right now. You need to don't hang on to the thoughts that aren't, you know, offering you this abundance of possibility. Don't hang on to the things that are telling you the doubts, basically anything that is keeping you stuck. So this is what I feel that card ties in very well with that one. And with the passion here, I feel like it's telling you forget about all the distractions. Same with this vast vistas and grounding here. We're not talking about distractions and things and scattered things. Concentrate on the things you really want. This is what it's really about. And this is where you bring in the passion. Okay? If you manage to tune in to your mind, you know, and master your mind in a way. So kind of like tame it in a sense. Don't let those doubts and those thoughts of lesser than and all that stuff, let go of that crap. Expand your thinking, okay? And concentrate on what you really want to manifest. So on the things that you really want to create. So, and that's where you bring in that passion that you clearly have, because we have a cornucopia of fire signs here, okay? I don't know, maybe you're a fire sign, or maybe you can channel that energy into the things that you really want. So by doing that, by grounding and expanding your horizons from a place of, from a thought pattern, that is healthy and conducive to positivity rather than negativity, then with that, you can really create, manifest what you desire. You can really do that. So I see that for you. let's go ahead, sorry, and shuffle this deck to see what else we can add to your reading pile too. So what other messages can help you at the moment with this. So let's see. What else? What other message or guidance does pile 2 need to hear right now? Okay, we have one card. Okay, so we have Starseed. We also have the number 8, which is typically well, not typically, it is considered a very lucky number. So there's a lot of luck. Again, that's kind of like, that ties in with like the Sagittarius energy and the expansion. And here with Starseed, what I'm seeing really is that there's that energy of being, you know, stardust, or that you're part of the cosmos, you're, and kind of like you can see also the expansion energy on that card. So that really, there's like magic in it. But there's also grounding, where everything is starseed, everything is stardust, everything is made of the same material. And from there, you can create whatever you desire. So I'm not super familiar with, I know that starseed is actually a term that that exists and is used, but I'm not familiar with the philosophy, but I know that I can intuitively, what I'm seeing is really like that you're part of the greater, you know, universe. Your work matters, and you can really create anything from that place of infinite possibilities, of taming that mind, of grounding in that knowing and that positivity. You can really kind of like make whatever happen. So that's what I have for you, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye. All right, pile 3. These are your cards. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start your reading. We have a bit more cards for you guys. Some wanted to absolutely fly out, so I'm just going to place those for you. And we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do it a little bit differently for you guys because you have a bit more cards here. So I'm not going to read them all out right now. We're just going to go ahead and just jump in. All right. So we have crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. So you're in between two things, two states. So perhaps you're leaving a situation behind, but it's not fully closed yet. That chapter is not fully done yet. So you're kind of like in that void of in between, and on that bridge, you're crossing it. Okay, and that can be like, that's a great place to be because you learn a lot, actually. And it's also a place that can be referred as the void because you're kind of like in that place of in-between states. So you're not fully in one, you're not fully in the other. So you can feel a bit of a sense of, you know, being lost a little bit or being in the dark, but you're at the perfect spot right now. You're healing, you're releasing. This is an absolutely natural state if you want to be in, and normal to have these feelings at this stage. Don't give up. Here, the second card is really talking about like that void with the desert passage. So you can't really see. You don't know where you're headed necessarily. Like once you close that chapter, like what comes next, you're not sure. But trust that there's a divine plan. Okay? Trust in that. So that's what it's asking you. That's basically what you really learn from crossing that bridge, from being in that void state, is you learn to really trust in yourself and trust that, you know, you're exactly at the right place and things will play out in your favor. Not necessarily in terms of like what expectations you have, but that is for your best. Whatever will occur is for your best. So this is what I'm seeing for you here. We also have ebb and flow. So again, kind of talking about trusting. There's a cycle for everything. You need to rest, you need to rejuvenate, you need to heal. So again, this can be a time, that's where you feel more fatigued and stuff, but you're really like, you're emerging, you're going to cross that bridge, and so this is not like a permanent state, right? Just again, it talks about cycles, so clearly not permanent. So this is just temporary, like everything is, but this is just a reminder. Your abundance is nearby. Again, with the rabbits here, okay? They're in different states too, the rabbits. Some are dormant, some are a little more awake. We also see the full moon, a time of releasing, and then the crescent moon here with the rabbit that's fully awake and leaping. So a time to manifest your dreams. So everything has its time. Right now, you are resting, you are releasing, and that's just fine. You will get back to that place of, of energy. And here we have a beautiful card where, and the white stag here, have courage to follow your own path. So you have the strength. You have the strength to cross that bridge. You have the strength to trust in that desert passage. You're currently creating a reality beyond what you've created so far. So this might be something new to you. So it might be really releasing old habits or old patterns. Like, I'm not saying that this is like a relationship pattern, but it could be, for example, if you have one type of guy or one type of girl, but it's not really been healthy for you, for example, then it's the first time you're crossing that bridge, you're leaving that behind, and you're like in that in-between state. So that's just as an example. Just have the courage, continue on, you have the strength, and trust that this is the right way for you. And you can make anything, as long as you're doing it from a place of courage and trusting yourself, and that there's like, a greater divinity at play as well that is for your best. So trust in that while you release, while you heal. Trust in that. And know that you have the strength. Know that you will get to that state, basically, is what I'm seeing. Here it says, control your emotions, feel them, shift them, elevate them, be a master. So while you're in that void, again, there's a lot of feelings that can come up because we're kind of in that dark, in that desert passage. So it's really important at that point to connect with your emotions, to acknowledge them, but to try to shift them, to see that there's, that there's a divine plan at play, to trust that this is just temporary, okay? This is really just temporary, okay? And you need to control your emotions, knowing that, coming from that place of, okay, this is just a cycle. I'm going to make it through. I'm going to cross that bridge. I have the strength. So it's really tapping into that for you. So here we have, you are willing and able and won't give in or stop hoping. Enjoy your journey to love. So that's really what we're talking about here. Have strength. Don't stop hoping. Even if you can't see where you're headed, even if you're like low on energy or whatever, or needing to heal at this time, do not doubt, okay? Do not doubt. There's a divine plan. Things are happening for your best right now. And you're headed to love, whether that's self-love, partnerships. That's what you're learning here. That is what's occurring here. We also have, you are supported and will have helpers whenever you need them, let them come. So people, people that will feel guided towards you or attracted to you. The same for you. You might have little nudges where you feel tempted to text this person or that person. Follow those instincts, follow that intuition of yours. Let them come. Also, be open to receiving. That's really important as well. So just know that you are supported in this. Also, you know, since we have trust in the divine plan here, just know that there are guides, angels, also your own personal guides that are there for you. So you have help. You're not alone, even though it can feel that way. So just trust in that, and just work on, as we've talked about, controlling your emotions, in elevating them and shifting them from whatever state they are to another state. So from negativity to positivity, kind of like an alchemist. So transmuting pain into possibility, into opportunity, into newness, into new beginnings, whatever it is for you. So just having that kind of outlook and mindset as you traverse this desert passage. So that's what I have for you, group 3. Actually, let me just get a card for you, an added card, added guidance. So anything else that could be helpful for group 3, any additional guidance. Let's go ahead, shuffle this deck. Oh, we do have a card. Sorry, shuffling can get a bit messy. Okay, so we have Soul Giraffe. We have the number 7 here, so that might be meaningful to you. So here what I see immediately is the sun in the background, okay? So things will get illuminated. Here we have 2 cards where here the sun is setting. Here it's kind of like the moon at nighttime, more nighttime. So there's a lot of like nighttime going on. So a lot of like downtime, releasing, letting go of the past, letting go of things that are tying us down, that aren't necessarily right for us, letting go of all that stuff, of pain and all that stuff. And here it really is a message of illumination, that you are reaching that state. You will reach that state. It's a confirmation. The purple color here symbolizes intuition. So trust that as you move through, you will find your way. You will, each step will reveal what the next step is. So trust in that, step by step. Really, that's also a message to go at it step by step. Don't try to fix everything. Don't try to go too far. Just know that you will reach whatever you're trying to reach. Okay, your happiness is there. Just have that time to heal and release things properly. Learn to control your emotions, to shift them, to elevate them, okay? And there is definite joy on that journey to love, all right? And then just trust that you are supported on that path and you are guided and everything will work out fine. So this is what I have for you, group 3. I hope that was useful, and I'll see you next time. Bye.